afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, Master of Propaganda Heroes, like Defender of the Fatherland. We're off here to an exciting 1 vs 1 on Minsk Pocket here between, in the south, PeachMango. An assembly of fruit has taken up fights here for the United States of America, here fighting for the 2nd Armor, with Armor Company neatly chosen. Here we also got a lot of bullets for infantry versus in the north, Jove fighting for the Wehrmacht, for the 105th Panzer Brigade. And we've got elite troop spearhead and mobile defense versus PeachMango's armor. Got Grenadiers here versus Riflemen on the way, so infantry for both sides here in the initial moments of the fight. We got Riflemen heading out, M1 Garand in their hand. Semi-automatic rifle of choice for the US Army, though with a focus on those which basically meant most of their machine guns were pretty much World War I vintage or older.
Rifle squad ready for action.
Bit of barbed wire here, pretty common move to see on the eastern part here of Minsk Pocket. Basically this spot gets wired off, and most people sort of never tend to cut the wire. 90 to say wire it is off, we cannot cut this. Yeah, but we have wire cutters right here. Yeah, but you know that would be rude. This is German army. I'm pretty sure we're beyond rude at this point. Anyways, barbed wire there heading towards the center fuel point. Both sides doing that. No vast surprises. Joe pouring out a lot of grenadiers. No sign of an MG42 so far. Keine schweres Maschinengewehr. So there we go, moving eastward. So sort of centre east sort of move there, bit of a fan towards that. Interesting enough, I mean, Jove is not really so far focused on the western side. He's just sort of fully centre push. He might sort of try and throw PeachMango here off balance by going straight for his fuel point, lunging forwards like a blitzkrieg spear. Or he might not. There you go, 3rd rifle squad there. 3 grenadiers. No sign of anything from the doctor. I mean, he could, for someone throwing some assault engineers into the mix, submachine guns, throwing some flamethrowers later on. I mean, that could benefit PeachMango to a certain extent here. Joe. Oh, there we go, going for an MG42 is a bit weird. In a map like this, the MG42s can be quite helpful, certainly controlling some parts. And there we go, it was very much intention. He was sort of going for the center, and in this case, it was lucky that PeachMango was absolutely focused on the east, that his fuel point lay, well, pretty much open and unguarded. And there we go, we got the assault engineers arriving. Assault engineers were sort of a more specialised unit that had to be sort of attached to the Americans. The regular engineers were not quite on the same level as the German pioneer. There you go, Riflemen taking heavy losses. There we go, pushed away. Good focusing down, by the way. Not all players actually tend to use a focus down. In this case, Joe did use it, but now, of course, focusing a bit, or spreading out his fire more. But there we go, another gun is going to arrive from the north. This is some pretty heavy firefighting against PeachMango. And his force didn't quite arrive at the same time, which did give, I think, Joe here some good opportunity to do some damage. And over here, we are seeing that PeachMango's troops are falling apart. Simply outnumbered here to a certain extent by Joe's troops. Ultimately, he had thrown more men into the fight, but the difference is, though, the way they arrived, didn't quite work out well there versus what Joe had in the end, though. He does actually end up pulling back here, the assault engineers being the thing that sort of throws off things a bit there for Joe, forcing him to fall back. They're not keen on sort of leaving his centre open up in return. Also probably wants something for the MG42s up to support here, since otherwise it's going to be a lot more sort of limited in usage compared to, say, if there were Grenadier squad. But there you go, forced to take the fuel point. That should also slow down PeachMango from advancing too far any further. As long as he's moving in. Will he try and upgrade the flamethrower? Though of course at the moment he does have the munitions, but he is not quite in territory. Of course, what will be next for Joe here? Seeing a rapid take up, 3 grenadiers, 1 MG42 versus PeachMango, who is also taking up, and he is going for the lieutenant. The lieutenant does seem to make a bit of a comeback there. Perhaps people have been fed up with the captain and his captainness. I don't need your supervision, Captain. I know, something like that. And there you go, like to make us quickly following up here quickly for Jove, for Germany. Deutschland. So there you go, grabbing points, rifling up the west, a flamethrower up there for the assault engineers. Nice big fat tank there, ready to explode if someone were to hit it, in theory anyways. We're also taking about their riflemen as well. MG4 sitting up here, looks like ready to also support an advance. Fuel point a bit off and guarded. Pioneers, oh there we go, retreating back. And now we're seeing sort of PeachMango here unraveling Jove's territory like a really bad breakfast. I don't know, whenever I see PeachMango for some reason I'm thinking yogurt. But Lieutenant there out for PeachMango. And did someone just fly through the air there? Briefly looked like it. That's a bit the weird thing sometimes with these physics. Sometimes some really, really weird things happen. Rear Sons, Rifleman, M20, utility car there on the way for PeachMango, Rifleman holding up there, Grenadiers moving up at the same time, pushing for the centre, pushing for the point over here. Very good, very good. So even while Jove has, you know, local superiority here, it's ultimately being outdone because he can't cover the rest of the map. He's simply lacking enough MPs or other measures to sort of deal with it. At the same time, also going about here. So I mean, that's one of the dangers. Also, you know, pushing your forces too close together, you can very easily end up, you know, your opponent just avoiding it and going for everybody else, denying you a lot of resources, which is basically what's happening here. And of course, now it's sort of lagging everything back to sort of deal with what's going on here. Also getting a 2-2-2 light scout kit could be of help then. As the M20, of course, it could also slightly backfire, but at least it's not an A half tank, whereas to a light tank, so it's not all bad for Joe, but it's certainly a bit tricky. And there you go, fuel point rendered neutral, MB42, Grenadiers there, with an LMG-42 of their own, pushing back the troops there, but overall, Joe there's pretty much cut off from everything. He has been encircled. Thankfully, PeachMango does not have close the pocket. The close the pocket at this point for the Americans would be absolutely insane if it ever existed. And there you go, he actually got mines down here by the looks of it. What is it now? Oh, briefly looked like it, briefly looked like it. They're shooting there, and 2-2 striking against the Rifleman, Grenadiers flying back at them. No, he's laying it down, they're laying it down, need to be careful, need to be careful. There's a 2-2 on the move. You could see something which more often happened though in the first game than in this one, but no, it happened. One of the dangers about laying down M20 mines, if something comes about there with a big gun, it can set it off while you're not quite getting away from it. I certainly recall knocking out a few Greyhounds like that back in the day. Even a Pantherfaust could do it back then, if you caught them in the right time. Kaboom. It's right there. Bit unfortunate for PeachMango. Bold, aggressive, but in this case he should have pulled back once he saw the 2-2-2 rolling in, so would have gone out faster. Oh well. Too late for that now. Hopefully PeachMango has learned his lesson. I think that's much worse than making a mistake, not learning from it. There you go. He's actually going for the captain now, which does follow sort of in the pattern of some players who go for armor. Of course, more and more just go for the captain general, but of course, more sort of armor players, of course, will then sort of rely solely on the doctrine for sort of heavy armor, so they just go lieutenant and captain, sort of strengthening up the early game that way, pressuring the Germans, and then sort of throwing on whatever else they need into the mix. We've got a Pack 40 on the way. Joe having no illusions as to what his opponent might be up to. Also noting here, S-mines have been laid down to guard the fuel point, again aggressive pushing, aggressive harassment for Jove. Also noting we sort of have a larger force here, but there's sort of basically a small squad here, there. Also harassing, so that way he can sort of deliver some momentum, some pushing, but also, you know, even if that fails, there'll always be some Heinrich going around taking away territory away from his opponent. So right now there's a bit back forth here. The loss of the M20 definitely hurt PeachMango there. So it's not rare you see so often you see this happening, so I mean I can't blame PeachMango for perhaps not having quite foreseen it, but it can happen due to the way, for example, that 2-2-2 actually has a slight bit of AoE, which can set off mines if you're not careful. So fun fact there, that's all just finding a way. They actually haven't really done a lot of good killing to the enemy, and the flamethrower won't be able to help much there as the 2-2-2. Finally, actually, someone cut the barbed wire, but we've got a larger force here. And Jove is quick to fall back, even as he's losing territory. He's grabbing elsewhere. And no sign of tech up there from Jove. No sign of tech up in the slightest. I mean, of course, at the moment he wouldn't be able to take advantage of it rapidly, but he could always, you know, try and expedite towards, you know, some medium armor as soon as possible. Maybe build up a few fuel caches. I mean, he's got full gun and is an MG42, Pioneers, Pack 40, and a 2-2-2. And then we got using ability here. We got infantry awareness. Quickly listening out and paying attention, and we got a Stuart light tank down for PeachMango, so M20 and Stuart now. Interesting, we're certainly seeing a bit more emphasis on the lighter vehicle play here from PeachMango. And a sniper from Jove. A sniper. I think a Panzer going to work better, but sniper can of course also work, though the way the terrain is set up, he could have his sniper priced and dealt with quickly. So it is not without hazard here for Jove to go for the sniper. But again, considering he's facing off against a large infantry force, I mean a well-handled sniper will definitely be worth the manpower cost for Jove. But then again, so is a Panzer Grenadier squad. And the Panzer Grenadiers are a bit more durable, though of course they do also have to get a bit more close to the combat. So, I mean, they certainly have their advantages and disadvantages. There goes to a light tank out here, which I do believe actually also had their own sort of pendulum out of 50 caliber on top. But I do believe they had to sort of have someone standing on the back of this to operate it. Which of course would be sort of more awkward sort of to get to work, I think. You sort of have to make someone stand in and of course be more vulnerable. I mean, in theory it could make it stood a lot more imposing if it had actually to a 50 caliber. There we go, Captain Rifleman in, again short tank for the fuel hit, actually succeeding, cutting off Joe's fuel again, really nicely done there. Of course got the steward supporting, 30-minute gun firing, Quattro machine gun supporting, rockets flying, not quite hitting anything, and veteran 2 on the 222, like the Puncher Spearwagen, which really wouldn't have been around here by 1944-45. Snipers there continuing to shoot away, ambulance on the way. Still no tech up for Mr. Jove. We got ambulances and grenades. Good, grenades could be really good here for PeachMango, but of course I'm sure to deliver explosive, but also the smoke screen can be quite helpful, I think. Could do a lot to make it easier for the steward, for example. But there we go. Great hits there. Non-penetrating, if they hit, that is. And again, sort of more aggression here. Victory points shown looking in the favour here of PeachMango at the moment. He could consider, you know, something to sort of make it harder for Jove to harass him. Again, that would be a fighting position. Could be a very good choice here for PeachMango. Of course, Jove himself could also, you know, benefit from maybe a single machine gun bunker here or there. So again, counter PeachMango's harassment. But again, note he's not sort of initially trying to sort of always engage Jove from the front. He's sort of trying to get behind him, go harassing, force Jove to split up, or get past him. So I mean, in that sense, you know, overall how PeachMango so far is handling the fight is very good, and certainly playing more to the American strengths rather than, you know, the German strengths, which, you know, delivering as much firepower in one spot as possible. Of course, he has to be a bit more careful with these flanking maneuvers. If he does anything to cover it up, he can, you know, end up, you know, losing a unit like this. So, and of course, all perfect, and that's it. We should have perhaps covered things up a bit better. Still, he's making the attempt, and that is good. That is good. Stewart, can the Steward save the rifleman? Will Bobby Joe live? And there he goes, using stun shells. He's really trying to get that 2-2 while he can. Not a bad idea, but in this case, the Steward was simply not fast enough. Instead, Joe's Pack 40 was fast enough to cover up the 2-2. But still, sort of more strategy focused towards harassment, denying Joe resource, of course allowing him to take up faster, build up more stuff, perhaps also gain advantage in terms of armor when it hits. And also, of course, slow down any armor response from Jove. But at this point, I think actually tech up, get us a bomber co-op, and then soon after he could get out to say a Stug or a Flak Panzer or a Panzer IV. It wouldn't be too long, actually. Sniper here caught by the assault engineers. And grenades are forced away. We've got a grenade there, but after need to get away though. They are low in health and low in numbers. Almost got the sniper there, but ultimately forced to retreat. Covering up here. We got roughly, actually in this case, cover up the re-echelon. Oh, not the re-echelons, but the engineers. Re-echelon's now retreating. We got the steward being repaired there in the back areas. Another Pack 40 for Joe. Could mean he's probably not going for his 30 anytime soon, which is a bit worrying. Could he then be sort of playing for docking? There's not really much they could do. I mean, there's a Puma command tank, which could be risky. In particular versus armor, and I imagine Jove is aware of that. I mean, the 2 M10s, or any M10s could really do a lot of damage. I mean, Spearhead, Tiger, that would still take him a lot of time. It would not, you know, also give his opponent more time to build up tank destroyers and such. I would say he really should continue just taking up and getting up some medium armor. Bit of shooting there, bit of shooting. Again, pressuring up there. Ravnik shooting, and it is firing. Branch is shattering. Another engagement, they're going to basically overwhelmed. So again, applying sort of heavy pressure there, basically tying up smaller units in the centre with smaller forces. Not bad, not bad. PeachMango is certainly a shrewd tactician. Though repairing your Stuart light tank that close to the front line is not without its hazards, so that might be a bit more reckless there from PeachMango. The Grenadiers there, and there we go. I think that was a wipe. That was a wipe. Small victory there for the United States of America. Further fighting over here. Main push, getting flanked and outmaneuvered. Also now a bit more spread out, which does allow Jove's counterattack force here to sort of quickly dispel it. Jove, veterans one on the sniper. Anti-tank grenade, which should slow down Jove's armoured car for a bit. We got the Pack 40 ready to cover up. In that sense, he's handling his Pack 40 sensibly. Not too defensively, but not too aggressively either. PeachMango over closer to the M10. Tank destroyer, the Wolverine. Mine engagement here, and there's a lot of trouble. The re-assaults and the assaulters. The assaulters are definitely the bigger problem. There go Roughneck and Force Away with the Grenadiers are in a pretty bad condition. There he goes to encounters the Pack 47 kills, veterans 1.5 feet 22. That's not actually bad. There we go, Lieutenant Delta here with Grenadiers and Lieutenant. And we got the first M10 out here, the Wolverine. Whilst the British knew it, the Achilles. And they actually used it. In fact, the Russians also received M10s via Lend-Lease programs. I think they also received the half-trucks and anti-tank guns mounted, but I don't think they actually received any sort of bigger tank destroyers than that. They, for example, didn't receive any Jacksons or any Hellcats. So a little fun detail there. But generally you don't hear so much about the M10 in its Lend-Lease glory. It's mostly the Sherman that takes all the credit there. I don't know so much about what the Soviets thought about the M10 though. It's hard to say there, but grenades there, going up on the rifleman, got a quick grenade there. Sniper MT-42, that's basically going to stall in advance there, and the M10 is just threatening to crush infantry here. He's even using it to capture territory, though. I mean, again, we are seeing PeachMango, who's very aggressive. He's also very keen, so just sort of going for weaker targets here. Instead of just, hammering his head into a wall. He's not just, trying to outright, beat Jove's Sendless, while also, on casualties. He's trying to be smarter about this. So, trying to grab territory, force Jove to have to constantly run around while suffering minimal casualties, blocking up down. So there we go. He could surprise the 2-2 knock it out. There's, of course, one problem here with this, what he's doing. Of course, he could be surprised by some Germans and lose the M10. So his plan is not without its flaws here. And I don't think he's paying attention here. Oh, no. God damn it, Joe, get in. I forgot the keys. Do these things even keys? No. No. And there you go. No, he can't recruit. PeachMango here. Tactically aggressive though, has made one blunder, and that is simply blunder of attention. He's actually managed to hand over an M10 to the German player. That has got to be awkward. That has got to be very awkward. Smoke screen here, a bit too late though, the assault's already stalled down a bit. German M10 heading out there. So yeah. I mean, again, in theory it was very nice what he did there. Problem was he wasn't quite able to pay attention to because he was doing a lot of things elsewhere, which rather meant, his opponent scored himself a tank destroyer. There you go, Pack 40, M10 does. Oh, it's already down to half health. This is pretty bad for PeachMango. We got the Stuart moving in, trying to support it. I don't think, though, the American M10's going there. We go out of control. Stuart moves in, though. And we've got, there we go, he's actually using Shell Shock. Lieutenant moving up as well. He's really going to try and knock out the M10 with his Stuart. What is PeachMango thinking? There we go, knocked out as well. Good lord.
Just got destroyed.
Oh no, he's trying to move here. There's a traffic block, and we've got artillery, and he knocks out the M10 plus an MG42.
A capture point is under attack.
Good lord. And Joe, meanwhile, has gone straight for a Tiger here. Heavy Pans moved in to support the
M10 tank destroyer ready.
Panzer Brigade. A bit risky again to play for the Tiger in this case. So it's worked out because PeachMango wasn't quite paying attention to his M10 and gotten it stolen. But, you know, this is a bit more risky now. He's got no M10s. His steward is gone as well. He's basically only got the captain and his bazookas to stall down the Tiger for the time being. His only luck is, you know, he managed to get the M10 through, you know, a bit of a traffic jam. So in that sense, the 240mm horsepower certainly paid itself off, though quite expensive. Tiger moving up, Grenadiers on the way, Pioneers as well. Pentman machine on the Tigers one, there we go. Rifleman on the run. There's in the room, you got the assault units for 2 minutes to deal with them, good, good. Right here, there's basically nothing to stop the Tiger. And he's some time away from him to call another M10 to at least, you know, keep the Tiger a bit more cautious. So right there, we got the vehicle crews being absolutely annihilated by the crew. There you go. Hartmann plus cut, opening up there on the captain and friends. Gaining 5 kills there. Lieutenant pushed away, and then again, you know, all of this wouldn't have happened had PeachMango, you know, not just simply paid attention to his M10. But again, you know, it's those small things that quickly, you know, bite you in the arse. Again, it also shows, and again, while the it's one of the American strengths against your can part their crews to do stuff like that, you know, also exchange veterancy, which people never do, but, you know, it can also prove it to be a bit of an Achilles heel, in which case allowed some more resourceful Germans to kill themselves a tank destroyer. There's under fire from the MG42, but we got the M10 moving up here with its 3-inch gun, which they actually at one point tried to stuff onto the Sherman, but rather dropped it because the gun was too big for the turret they initially had for it. There you go, first shot rather failed to penetrate. Tiger on the other end didn't have much of an issue there, reassured under fire. Pioneer still with the light machine gun, and the MG42 they were stolen away from poor Jove. You can soon, though, call in another M10, in which case you might just have a chance of dealing with the Tiger, though it's going to be rather tricky. At the same time, though, we got no further sort of tech up there from Jove. He should consider that, I think. It's pushed away. Losses inflicted there by the rifleman. Nasty, nasty losses.
Under goddamn fire! Trying to retake!
Hartmann plus cuts. Tiger crew sets out. Finding getting Grenadiers versus Assault Engineers. Tech up from Jove. Come on, Jove, you can do it. Deutschland knows you can do it.
M10 ready for action.
There we go, another M10. I do think, though, PeachMango should consider maybe trying to go for something else than just M10s in the longer run. Also, some fuel caches would do him good. I mean, right now, Joe is actually gaining a fuel advantage that is considerable compared to PeachMango. There's definitely some problems. They could see the tool bombed up. Oh, Tiger missed! Tiger missed! Note here, what he doesn't do, of course, is try to sort of directly engage the Tiger. Good, good, good there by PeachMango. Question is, of course, what will he then do? Looks like he's sort of looking to cause some havoc behind Jove's lines. Maybe sort of draw away the Tiger away from the pack forges. They're sort of hoping, into a sort of engagement where he might be able to sort of call the shots better. Though, of course, it's not that much risks. I mean, he's moving into hostile territory where he doesn't quite know what is there. So, I mean, while I can to some extent see the logic, it's also to some extent hazardous. But if you can pull it off, it can actually prove to be quite vital, since in particular, because it'll always be a moral blow, because essentially what it is, he snuck into his opponent's territory to destroy his Tiger far behind the front lines there, and you know, that's going to make anyone a bit sad. I could certainly need to know to PeachMango having then a mental advantage if he can pull it off, but again, it is risky, it could backfire. But again, note what is happening. Again, the 2M10s has forced, in fact it's possibly because of the given out, has forced Jove to pull units away from the front line, next to the fuel pump, back towards the rear of his territories, just to deal with those M10s. I mean, in that sense, you know, even if he doesn't get any damage done, I mean, he's still going to do economic damage and allow him to sort of regain some territories. I mean, in that sense, you know, we are seeing here that PeachMango is displaying some rather sharp wit here compared to what some other players would do. So, I mean, that guy, I do think some players could learn here from some of what PeachMango is doing, of course. Don't do the trick they did with the M10 and get it lost to the Germans. You're probably better off without repeating that one. Though I hopefully shouldn't have to say that one. But, I mean, how he sort of approaches the battlefield and how he approaches his foe is, I think, something a lot of American players could benefit from. And I do think, you know, he still should mix it up, which I think is one of the bigger things here PeachMango needs to do. He needs to mix it up. He needs to throw in some other armor, maybe a bulldozer Sherman, or just some regular Shermans. Fuel cache, I definitely think is going to be necessary by now. Sort of build up more fuel belts to strike the targets. I definitely also think some fighting positions here and there could do PeachMango quite a bit of good. But in terms of tactics, how he sort of approaches Jove, there's not so much to complain about there. He just needs to sort of work on the strategic part of it and try not to hand over more tank destroyers to his opponent. For Joe, tech up definitely needed. Either go for, say, tier and go up some Stugs. That could definitely help those the M10s. Hard rate of fire, good range. Also reasonably cheap, so I mean in that sense you can sort of face them more in equal numbers, and then along with the Tiger, definitely sort of dominate PeachMango that way. Panzerforce could work, but not quite as well, I think. You could also try and go for the 4th tier, either way, though he needs to take up now, and then of course you could then, if it goes for the 4th tier, Panthers could also work out quite nicely. But again, it does require that Jove actually makes the effort. He shouldn't just try to, you know, play around one Tiger forever. That could get Nicky, I think, PeachMango too big a chance there to get back in the fight as well. Jove could also benefit from catches, but at the moment it's not quite the huge issue it is than, say, for PeachMango. A few mines here and there I think could also benefit, could also make it much harder for the M10 to sort of roam about freely. Some telemines here maybe, and here could do, I think, a lot of good for Jove. And certainly the M10s are currently one of his bigger problems here, so he also deals with them a bit more tactically. Of course, in that sense, you know, he needs something a bit faster than the Tiger and the Pack 40s. The M10s are simply too fluid, too mobile, so he needs something a bit fast, like, say, some Stugs or Panthers, to try and deal with them that way. So let's return to the fight and see what actually happens here. The M10s continue their little road trip. Looks like now, of course, he's just moving away. I mean, he's just basically sort of forced the Tiger and the Pack Force away from here, all the way up here. And then what does PeachMango go? He just drives away. How rude. But again, it works perfectly, because all of a sudden the center, or these positions which Joe had to fight hard for, abandoned without a single shot fired. Why? Because PeachMango threatened here, and of course that's an important thing to keep in mind here. You know, just threatening to do something can actually force your opponent to pull away troops elsewhere. So sometimes you don't need to sort of actually do anything, you know, except just be there and threaten to do something. I mean, that can force your opponent to act, simply because, you know, if he doesn't react, there could be untold horrors and damage to be done there against him. So right here again, just not what he's doing. The Tiger's basically forced on sort of a game of cat and mouse, and the Tiger is a very, very fat cat. In that sense, the two M10s are definitely some very swift mice. And it's so broad game here that Jove can't easily win. In particular, the M10s actually manage to catch the Tiger from the rear. They can easily do a lot of damage and quickly threaten to knock it out. Pioneers there fighting with their LMG-42. Grenade off. Quick retreat there. Riflemen are somewhat triumphant, except for Joe there, who's, well, dead. Also, a lot of grenadiers there from Joe. I do think he might have gone a bit too over there. I think Pans are going to sort of mix it up there, or some casts or something else. But there you go. Finally taking up almost 30 minutes in the game, and he's finally taking up. Definitely think Joe there has been too slow in that regard. There you go, Tigers on the move again, trying to find the M10s. There you go. Hit there. M10 does not get off a hit, but again, I don't think at this point PeachMango's sort of really caring. He's got other plans in mind. Again, he's just sort of playing around with the Tiger, using the M10s as bait, and at the same time as a threat, because they can also just, you know, run over the infantry. Suppressed right now would be actually a good chance to rush at them and grenade them. Since the thing to keep in mind about units that are suppressed is they are a lot less accurate. And of course, they also can't move around as easy, so they might need a target for, say, grenades. They've got to take up position in the building. Good position against the Americans out in the open here. Probably got the soldier hit, which will definitely make that not quite as true. So there we go. Quickly forced out. They're going to coming from the nearby trap. Tiger moving in, and we got a third M10 there for PeachMango. Third M10. That's 3 tank destroyers versus 1 Tiger. And the thing is, in terms of, for example, the resources, manpower-wise, they're only slightly more expensive, only 10 fuel more expensive. Manpower-wise, it's a bit more than that, to be honest. Still, you got 3 tank destroyers to handle. Probably can actually quickly knock out the Tiger right here. Looks like been a slight mistake here. Seems to have forgotten an M10 again. It's standing out in the open. He's a target. What are you thinking, mate, PeachMango? It seems like here PeachMango's having a bit of a hard time sometimes, you know, keeping up with the sort of wider moves to execute. Of course, that's also one of the dangers of how you do it. I mean, you can very much risk losing track of one unit because you're doing so much at the same time. So it is something that does require a bit more sort of training to pull off. But then again, you know, in most cases, you don't need to sort of minutely control them all, just being able to do a lot of things. I mean, it's sometimes about just you issuing attack move orders here and there. And so just paying attention to the units, you know, do you need to retreat them or something else? Right here, though, M10. I mean, that's the sort of thing that could easily undermine. That's 2 M10s basically lost now because he was able for whatever reason to pay attention to them. And again, you don't use handle them perfectly, but just, you know, be able to try and get them out there in time. But now he's got 2 M10s sort of threatening for different sides, but at the same time, though, it means they have also been separated there, so PeachMango is in a slightly perilous situation. We've also got 15 kills, almost with 1 enemy Tiger. M10 they're threatening to crush some Germans. There we go. Quickly retreated. M10 is advancing up the centre. M10 moving about there. Needs to be careful. So thinking he's also, you know, just trying to keep up pressure, I think, on the victory points against Joe. And there you go. Again, avoiding a direct fight, but at the same time forcing the Tiger to have to follow up on it. And again, the pack fortress also have to sort of help. So, I mean, one's here, another here, which overall leaves this side for some. Nope. Oh no! There was a mine. Joe had mine, and there we go. The M10 was knocked out. Good, good. Bit of luck there. Good fortune for Jove here. But again, he does also come in some of the mistakes that PeachMango does make. But there you go, nice and sort of heading over to force. Just trying to breach through the centre recklessly. He should have used incendiary rounds, by the way, on that MG42. Would increase damage. And there you go, Tilly called in on the Pack 40. Will Jove react in time here to the Americans' firepower? Whoa. That was a bit of a poor hit there. Tiger continues, but he's down to 1 M10 now. Not a good situation there for PeachMango. That one in particular was a bit of a waste there. But I suppose he's fortunate he didn't get it handed out to his opponent again. That would have been really awkward for PeachMango. Particularly after we had to explain to Eisenhower how many tank destroyers he gave to the Germans. So has done some damage there. And there we go, we got the heavy Panzer crop here for Jove. He can soon get Panthers out. The Panzerkampfwagen 5. Panzer. Prize of the Fastland. But again, the old senior to an extent, you know, there's a bit of a problem with just spamming M10s. I mean, while they can threaten, you know, they can't really kill infantry properly, unless, of course, Jove isn't paying attention. And we do see here in that sense, Jove is a bit sharper in that regard. It's not quite waking up well there for PeachMango, and again, the lack of tanks, something to do with infantry that to bleed him out that way, is beginning to hurt PeachMango. Though again, we can clearly see this ultimate strategy sort of centered around just denying victory points here to Jove, and again, finding precision, I think, early on could have helped PeachMango a bit further in that sense as well. Veteran 3 assault units, and that's good. Tiger there, veteran to 1, 21 kills. Panther closing in there to support the Panther Brigades. Most Panther Brigades, by the way, would have liked to have had Panthers for the tanks. A few Yak Panzers for tank destroyer, and otherwise, you know, half tracks and other light vehicles. Another M10 here. Threatening here to crush some infantry. And again, retreating, but not doing the damage. You can only threaten so much before basically your opponent gets so big, you know, you can't, the threat just won't cut it without some actual damage to a certain extent. And particularly not versus the infantry, which is basically where PeachMango is beginning to hold a bit behind. Even as his M10, you know, are taking losses without really, you know, knocking out the Tiger, doing instant anti-vehicle damage. I mean, that's basically the problem at the moment. The M10 he so far has gotten. a lot of them really haven't done much. I mean, so far the one that did most was the one that ended up with the Germans. Which is usually not a metric of efficiency you want to be counting in. Well, you know, the one the Germans stole from me did pretty well. Pretty sure Eisenhower doesn't care about that. Mega is in trouble, Lieutenant in trouble. We got the M10 supporting, but the other M10 is lacking. Not supporting. We got the Panther moving out there, so Joe himself spreading out his armor. I mean, one-on-one, the Panther or the Tiger will be able to, I think, handle the M10s there. If the M10's going up on either, there's going to be problems. There is going to be problems. There you go, Airspan's going off there. Joe doing quite well there. Blitzkrieging the Tiger, interestingly enough. There you go, we got sort of a assault force moving up the right hand side, centre sort of giving away there. Then we got the Tiger moving in to assist. And I think Joe is being quite aggressive here. Perhaps too aggressive, we'll have to see how it actually works out. But there you go. Order to initiate vehicles, going to catch the M10 here. Despite being close there, he was apparently a bit lucky that the shot didn't penetrate. There you go. Now the M10 moving down to the Panther. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. He's going to get flanked, I think. Shot bounced. 80mm of sloped armor there paying off for the Panther. Bazooka's moving there, go down to half health, less than half health. Tiger moving up, M10's getting away here. And mine went off. No, damaged engine, never mind. Still damaged engine, no on health. If the M10s were to flank in, I think, from here or here, could try and knock out the Panther here. Panther pulling back at Tiger as well. Close to half health. M10's repairing. Joe's forces though are stretched rather thinly. Also managed to grab back the MD-42 there from the armies. Still a bit too much M10 spam for my liking there from PeachMango. Tiger Panther pulling back. Another M10 there. I think he's up to 6 M10s now. Also, tank destroyers are actually used by the American Army as a primarily defensive weapon. Once the Germans have breached the lines, the M10s or tanks will eventually deal with them. They could also use some support offensively, but overall American doctrine basically had tanks dealing with other tanks primarily. But again, tank destroyers could sort of send in to support the tanks against that. But there you go. Got a bit too close. They're abandoned. Oh dear, M10's moving in there. Shots fired, none penetrated. This one was not quite well there. He's straight to the Pack 40s though, which didn't help. I mean, he's... In this case, I think PeachMango might be getting a bit desperate here. I mean, he is throwing away his units at a bit of a worrying rate there. Almost got the Tiger though. Bazookas might be able to get it. M10s are simply too damaged. He can't fire another shot. They're getting that. And there we go. Smoke and blitz. Joe doing his best to escape here. That also leaves him pretty short on munitions afterwards, since that's basically 60. And that's a light machine gun. Panther not looking too good either. I mean, had, PeachMango just taken an ultra route and got behind, he probably could have gotten both the Panther and maybe done some more damage to the Tiger without, necessarily losing an M10 that quickly. So I think that could have been done better. I think there might be some pressure, some desperation from PeachMango that might be causing him to sort of drop his previous, aggressive flank maneuvers to sort of just, charge straight in with tank destroyers, which are definitely not meant for charging straight head on. So that's a bit dangerous there from Mr. PeachMango. Tiger being repaired. Panther getting a pinned machine gun.
Well done. We have forced the enemy down to 200 points.
Getting a 50 caliber now. That's an interesting decision to get at this point for PeachMango. So I sure agree with it.
Stick with me and you might just make it.
Still Panther being repaired. Tiger being repaired though. Right here we do see one deficiency in Joe's forces. He's only got one Pioneer Squad, and the problem is with this amount of health the Tiger and the Panther has, repairing them both is going to take quite some time with only one Pioneer Squad. So Joe will need additional Pioneers. The problem is that he's at full pop cap. I mean, at this point his Pioneer spam has actually turned against him since he can't get more Pioneers, meaning his tanks are actually quite exposed there. Oh good lord, what's he doing? He's charging him with one M10 here. What is he planning? Both, in fact, straight from the Pack 40s here. Caught them moving, but still that is reckless. Calling in artillery on them. Forcing them to try to give up, trying to deal with the M10 or taking a direct hit there from the artillery. Oh! Knocked out there. Straight to the Tiger. Veteran G2. There you go. Got the Panther, but he's about to lose the M10 here. Artillery has not successfully hit the Pack 40. Then Veteran G1. You got armor piercing rounds, except munitions went towards artillery. Towards RA fire, as the Jones would have called it. Will the Pack 40 ever be hit? Will it be shattered? There we go! Doppel hit! Splat! Went the anti-tank gun crews. Harsh blow there to Jove. Infantry assault suffering losses. MD42 cleared out again. There might be a comeback here from PeachMango, though it's going to be highly risky, to say the least.
Get that 3-inch ready. Combat engineers on the line. On the flank.
I've just thought he was about to drop out the vehicle crew there into the repair right in front of the Canadians out the building. That would have been very awkward. Yeah, don't worry, Joe. There's no crowds. Oh, shit. There you go, 50 caliber, MD40 moving up. Still got the Tiger here. He's moving in the M10 for another run, though. You could steal the Pack 40s, though. That would be good here, but... Oh, he ran from the Tiger. Veteran T2. Tiger blocking there. Blitzing as well. Going into the smoke again. Good use there. Good use of his opponent's smoke by PeachMango. Oh dear, troops moving up. They might be able to grab the Pack 40's got the captain there. Blitzing ahead. 35 kills there. Territory control, though, still Jove's. He's still got most of the infantry. In that sense, PeachMango has suffered rather extensive loss. There you go, he's moving in. Armor piercing rounds. Trying to take on the Tiger head on. There we go. That didn't work out very well at all.
A medium tank was just lost.
Girl Soldier is moving up. Might grab the Pack 40, though. There we go. Bazooka's firing. Tiger exposed to rear. Pack 40. Less than half health. Popping smoke, but... Oh. Almost got the Tiger. Almost. Shot bounced there. 50 caliber crew annihilated. Captain trying to get together. Going to do set pinned down. Losses further inflicted. Did Valor try and repair the Pack 40? Yes, he did. Good job there. But there you go. Might get cleared out here on the retreat, taking another path that we're going to away from the Grenadiers. We got another empty. He just keeps pouring them out. And this pinned down.
Armor here.
Chen rolling out here. Might the Grenadiers might roll on. Might crush them. Nice work there. Another Panther on the way for Job. Another Panther. Another Panzer Kampfwagen 5.
Commanders, be advised. Troop level barrage now available.
More troops forced to retreat here.
Pay attention this way. Crew ready.
There you go. More Pioneers. We got some tiller mines here. But there you go. Repairing the Tiger. 39 killed. Svetsi 2 though. Increased accuracy. More specifically versus infantry since it has less scatter. And of course increased range, meaning it actually has the same range as the Panther. They're gone away, but we even got Panzer Grenadiers finally arriving. Panzer Grenadier. The situation for PeachMango is a bit grim, to say the least. And if you can, I think you should try and grab the other Pack 40 as well. I mean, the more anti-tank guns you can muster versus Jove's Tiger, and of course, second Panther, the better. Go Pack 40, Tiger moving in. Oh, the veterans one, there you go. We got a heat round on the way, heat round. Tiger stunned, pop smoke, we got the M10 moving up on the side there. Veteran D2, increased rate of fire here, we could see the Tiger going down. Oh, 9. Almost got it, almost. Veteran T1, armor piercing round, got the Panther moving in, and can he get it? Ah, shot bounced. Another shot, and he got the Tiger though. He got the Tiger. The Panther knocked out the Tiger. Well, he got the M10. The Pack 40 has been cleared out, but still he lost the Tiger. That should give PeachMango's infantry a bit of respite, though. Thing to keep in mind is, though, if the Panthers upgrade the Pillmark machine gun, it actually becomes pretty decent versus infantry as well. It can't be taken like there you go, though. Rolling ahead. Going straight for the fuel pond there of PeachMango. Good decision there. Will certainly slow down any further M10s. $105 versus 107. Whatever lead PeachMango had has been lost here. More rifling on the way, finally getting some more infantry here, not just throwing M10s at their opponent willy-nilly. Panther waiting things out a bit there. So many grenadiers. I do think a few more MT-42s, maybe instead of all the grenadiers, could have done the job just as well, if not better in some senses, but that of course is me in my opinion. Captain got trying to deal with things here, but of course with the Panthers holding the grenadiers, it's not going to be quite that easy. The Panthers certainly getting some few kills there. 86, 83 versus 105. Now Jove's got full victory point advantage. He's got 50 caliber here in the hands of a few plucky pioneers. And Jove can actually soon consider getting just another Panther or a Sturmpanzer. Shooting here, Riflemen versus Grenadiers. Quick Granate. Interesting enough, in this case, you're actually expecting him to retreat and then sort of run into the grenade. This didn't work. I imagine Jove, for once, wasn't paying attention fully. There we go, though. Panzer getting suppressed by the MD-42 crew there, but the big crew rather moving up there. Trying to steal the pack, 40 right on his nose, engage the pack at close range. At the same time, we got Grenadiers flanking in. Panzer's over it. Riflemen need to pull back. Wiped by the Panther. And there you go. While he's trying to get away with the Pack 40, it simply isn't working out. The Grenadiers are cutting apart, so is the Panther's machine guns. And the Panzer Grenadiers will work back up there. There you go. Rearstone's back in the fight, repairing it while under fire. Rearstone's wiped. Close there, very close, but ultimately there were simply too many Germans. He didn't have enough sort of mass to hold them back and actually cover up the Pack 40 there. So now PeachMango's forces in a rather not very good state, and we got a second Panther there on the way for Jove. That will be the third Panther this fight. The field advantage here that Jove has at this point is certainly helping out quite a bit there. Now, of course, I mean, imagine then the amount of Stooks he could have had a Panzer Force instead. Of course, the Panzer Force definitely struggled there. I think the Stooks would have done better, but you know, that of course might just be my personal opinion there. Rifling on the way.
Rifle squad ready for action.
But the Panthers certainly aren't a bad choice, though probably would like to have seen them maybe, oh I don't know, a bit earlier. So PeachMango, very poor position. He's got one victory point at the moment, might get another one, but it's not looking good there. His opponent's got a large force, he's got a lot of armour. At least soon we'll have a lot of armour. And PeachMango as well. Got PeachMango. Go, second Panther arrived.
We are losing a sector.
Here he comes in, there you go. Captain getting absolutely shredded here by the Panther's machine guns. Which one should not be taken lightly. There you go, recruiting the Pack 40 again. Got another M10 here ready, but versus two Panthers, I don't predict any M10s will survive frightfully long.
M10 ready for action.
There you go though, we got the M10, the 7th or 8th I think, in this fight. We got, no, Joe's aircraft flying above here, spotting for him. PeachMango losing terrain here, victory points taking down fast. M10 moving straight up here, looks like PeachMango's just sort of head on, but too late here, too late. Game over, game over. A loss here for the United States, a victory for Jove. Looked a bit tense at moments. The way PeachMango was playing for Jove was certainly having a bit of a hard time taking that, but PeachMango had a slight time at times getting up with his M10s. The problem was also he just only threw M10s at the enemy. Had he thrown anything with bulldozers, Sherman just checked up for some regular Germans, he would have done better. Fuel cache would have helped. In that sense, while PeachMango was tactically very strong, strategically he was too inflexible, and again some mistakes were made here which all allowed Jove to build up the advantage, and overall, at least to get some kills here and there, which in the end gave Jove the advantage, and of course he played strategically much more sensible. And ultimately, you know, once he got the armor advantage built up, you know, there's not much PeachMango could do the way that PeachMango played. Again, had he preserved his M10 better, you know, I think would have won this quite easily, maybe from the Sherman, and he would have had a much better chance, but it wasn't, and ultimately, thusly, Jove won. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. If you did want to subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everybody, you know. I'll be most appreciated. The more the views, the better. So thank you for watching, and hope to see you all tomorrow. Bye.